We are where you are.
Hello everyone, we are entering a part of the summer rainy season when the position of tropical systems can really play a very important role in determining where we see more and where we see less rainfall over the summer rainfall region. During the next few days, most of the action will be located over these far northeastern parts of the country, and that will be associated with tropical systems active in this region, especially towards the northeast. So we can see that the western parts of the country will remain dry during this period, and we will also see some hot conditions developing there later towards the weekend. Most of those far northeastern areas can receive significant rainfall totals during the next few days according to the forecast. This is until Wednesday the 14th of January. During the event of tropical systems over these northeastern parts, also influencing South Africa, usually we see the highest totals along the eastern escarpment, northeastern escarpment, and then also over the Lowveld. And according to current forecasts, there may be some significant totals in store during the next week or so over those far northeastern areas, depending on the exact movement of these tropical systems over the northeastern areas. And when I say tropical systems, usually it will be a low pressure system or a trough in the easterlies, which is associated with a lot of tropical moisture, and these systems can cause really heavy rainfall, especially when they interact with the topography, and in this case the northeastern parts of our escarpment. We also see some rainfall over the southwestern parts of the country, the winter rainfall region. That is also expected early in the period associated with the cold front there. If we focus on the summer grain production area, we see that most of that region will receive rainfall during the next few days, but the western half of the area should be relatively dry, while the more significant totals in the order of 30 to 50 millimeters will be over the eastern parts of the region, including the far eastern parts of the Free State and parts of Mpumalanga. The western parts of the region, including most of the northern half of the Free State and also northwest, should see totals that will be lower, maybe below 20 millimeters on average. The rainfall over the central parts of the country will be in the form of late afternoon thunder showers. For that reason, the distribution of rainfall will be very uneven. Some areas may see high rainfall totals, while other areas close by will see drier conditions during the next few days. Now, zooming out somewhat, we see that during the next few days, also again until Wednesday the 14th of January, most of the convective activity in the tropics will be towards the east. This is not uncommon for the first half of January at all, and this is also typical from when we usually see somewhat dry conditions over the interior. And depending on the duration of such conditions, we could see a midsummer drought also developing over the central to western parts of the country, while the northeastern areas may receive more rain associated with the tropical systems active in this region, where we see more convection over the tropics and the subtropical areas towards the northeast. So towards the west of this region, we see relatively dry conditions developing over South Africa, mostly the central to western parts where there will be little to no rain, while those significant totals can occur over the far northeastern parts of South Africa. Now, depending on the exact position of this low, we could see rainfall somewhat further west as well, and this will become a bit more clear towards the weekend when most of that rain is expected. It is quite difficult for models to forecast the position of tropical systems ahead of time, and we can therefore see maybe somewhat more rain or even less rain over the northeastern parts of the country, depending on the exact position and intensity of the tropical system. And as I mentioned now, it is mostly expected during the coming weekend to influence our northeastern parts, while the central to western areas should remain dry, and it could become hot over the western areas. For most of the next few days, especially during this current week, it will be a good week to have access to fields where it is sufficiently dry at this stage, and to look at management things that needs to happen in the fields while we see somewhat drier conditions, especially over the central to western parts of the grain production region as well. The Metsat infrared image for Monday the 5th shows the tropical activity towards the east of the country. Most of the tropical activity, as one can see, is now located towards the east northeast of South Africa. Later during the weekend, we could see more action moving into the northeastern parts as well. We can also see some thunder showers at this stage over Botswana and parts of South Africa associated with an upper air trough. That also resulted in more rainfall a bit earlier on Sunday. Widespread rainfall over parts of the country on Saturday and Sunday, mostly in the form of thunder showers. And these conditions will clear somewhat, while the action towards northeast will be the main focus going forward. We also see a cold front towards the south, and this system is going to influence the southwestern parts of the country on Tuesday, and it will also bring a bit drier conditions or reinforce drier conditions over the western parts of the interior, where those dry westerly winds will not contribute any moisture, but will reinforce drier conditions going forward during the week. Looking back at December, for the month of December, we saw total rainfall exceeding 50 millimeters over the central to eastern parts of the country, most of the summer rainfall region. There were some areas in that region, large parts of the northwest and the Free State, where we see totals exceeding 100 millimeters. Also, most of Mpumalanga and into Limpopo. There were some areas over the northeastern Free State where we saw somewhat lower totals, and also over parts of Limpopo. We see that the western parts of the interior were dry, while we had some rainfall over the winter rainfall region associated with the occasional cold front. Putting the rainfall for December into perspective, comparing it to the long-term average, we see that type of a La Nina pattern with above average rainfall over most of those northern to eastern parts of the country, and the southwestern parts of the country relatively dry, and also the southern parts of the country. So this is a signal that we can see easily during La Nina conditions. Also, while we did see some rainfall over the winter rainfall region, it was not really above average rainfall over most of that region, even though we had a few cold fronts over the Western Cape during December. If we look at the summer grain production area, we see that especially the western parts of that region received above average rainfall, with some parts over the western half of the summer grain production region receiving in the order of 200% of the long-term average, while the eastern parts were relatively dry compared to the west, with the rainfall in most areas around 100% and less in some areas like parts of the northeastern Free State and smaller areas over Mpumalanga. Focusing now on the summer grain production area, and this is for 26 December to 4 January, we see that most of the northwest and Mpumalanga received totals in excess of about 50 millimeters, or between 25 and 60 millimeters in most of those areas, while large parts of the Free State saw lower totals. We see around Kroonstad, Senekal and Bultfontein somewhat lower totals in the order of 10 to 5 millimeters in those areas. While the higher totals were located over these far eastern parts, including Bethal and Ermelo, where some of those areas received above 70 millimeters of rainfall. Also around Wolmaranstad, there were some areas receiving more than 70 millimeters of rainfall. So at least during the last few days into early January, we saw some areas of the summer grain production region still receiving significant totals, excluding those central parts of the Free State, the central to western parts of the Free State. The cumulative heat units since 15 October in the Ermelo region, so the cooler eastern parts of the summer grain production area, and this is a cumulative, and in the broken black line we have the values for this year compared to all the other years since 2015. And we see at this stage a total of 528, and it compares to an average value of about 600 or 597. So at this stage, about a 15% reduction compared to the long-term average, but we are gaining. As you can see, the slope of this line is not really changing. It is now just steadily increasing the total cumulative heat units. So it is not looking that bad at this stage compared to what the conditions were earlier. And now, as I mentioned, while we are still at the lowest cumulative heat unit accumulation since mid-October, we are now lagging behind only around 15% compared to the average over the years since 2015. Now, just quickly taking it day by day, we're looking here at Tuesday, 6 January. Let me just correct that. We're looking at January the 6th, which is Tuesday. And on that day, we should see quite dry conditions over most of the country. So it will be a good day for agricultural activity over most areas where it is dry. We will see some thunder showers, mostly isolated over the northeastern areas. And most of the central to western parts of the interior should not see rainfall. It should be dry. We will also see some rain over the southwestern parts associated with the cold front, and that will also result in somewhat cooler conditions in the southwest, while we have those dry westerly winds moving into the interior and keeping it dry over those western parts. Those dry westerly winds will also result in hotter conditions developing over the central areas into the southern to southeastern interior as well during the afternoon. So it will be relatively hot over the central parts and over those lower lying northeastern areas as well, including the Lowveld and also the northeastern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Temperatures over most of the summer grain production area, the maximum temperatures will be in the order of 25 to 30 degrees Celsius and somewhat higher over the western parts of that region. But mostly a pleasant day, a good day for agricultural activities for the most part. Wednesday, the 7th of January, will again be a good day for agricultural activity over most of the interior, where it will be dry and relatively warm. It will be somewhat cooler over the southern parts of the country, as we will have cooler air invading the country from the south and southeast as a high pressure system reaches around. So over the northeastern areas where the cold air or cooler air will invade the region, underneath that warmer air that will be present earlier, we will see somewhat more widespread thunder showers occurring over the northeastern parts of the country, including the eastern parts of the summer grain production area over in Mpumalanga and the far northeastern parts of the Free State. Some of these storms may become severe, but they will not be widespread. We will mostly see drier conditions over most of the interior and the winter rainfall region, and for that reason, it will be quite a good day for agricultural activity over most of the interior, except maybe these areas of Mpumalanga and northeastern Free State, where we should see some thunder showers, especially during the afternoon. So while it will be cool over the southern parts of the country, earlier during the day we will see hot conditions over the northeastern lower lying areas. Maximum temperatures over the summer grain production region will be lower in the east, where they will range between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius, while somewhat warmer over the central to western areas between 30 and 35 degrees Celsius. On Thursday the 8th, we should have another day that will, over most areas, be good for agricultural activities. During the afternoon, we will see thunder showers over the northeastern interior. These may become severe in places, but those will be mostly isolated in nature. The central to western parts of the country will be dry, but we can see there will be some rain over the southwestern parts again, and this will be associated with the cold front and again cooler air spreading over the southwestern parts of the country, where we will have some areas with maximum temperatures below 25 degrees Celsius or even lower than that in some isolated areas there. So a system that will keep it somewhat cooler in the southwest, while we will see a continuation of warmer conditions and hot conditions developing over some of the central to southeastern parts of the country ahead of that frontal system in the southwest. Further to the east, cloud cover with thunder showers later during the afternoon, and it will be hot also over the far northeastern areas of South Africa as well. On Friday, the 9th of January, we will see a low pressure system indicated by the blue area on this upper air map that will be moving in from the northeast into the subcontinent. So this will be a tropical system, and that will be associated with some more widespread thunder showers and showers over the far northeastern parts of the country. So the exact position of this low, it will not be where it is expected now, but it will change somewhat, and that will also have an implication for the exact position of the heavier rainfall. At this stage, forecast models see heavier rain along the northeastern escarpment over Limpopo, and we should see scattered to widespread thunder showers over the eastern to northern parts of Limpopo. Over the northeastern parts of the Free State, eastern half of northwest into Mpumalanga, so mostly the central to eastern parts of the grain production region as well. We should see a continuation of the afternoon thunder showers, and in these storms, some of them may become severe, not too much, but we should see more thunder showers of an isolated nature over the summer grain production area. It will be mostly quite a good day for working as well. And we will see drier conditions over the western parts of the country. So these northern to western parts of the interior will become quite hot, especially along the lower Orange River Valley and also along the southern parts of Botswana. Also the far northeastern parts and eastern parts, Lowveld into northern KwaZulu-Natal, may become hot during the afternoon. It will be cooler over the southern parts of the country, as we will have an influx of cooler air again as another high pressure system reaches around South Africa, and we will, for that reason, see somewhat more widespread thunder showers during the afternoon over parts of the far eastern Free State, maybe, and also parts of the southern Mpumalanga. On Saturday, the 10th of January, we will see more showers and thunder showers over Limpopo associated with that tropical system. And the exact location again of that system will determine where exactly we will see rainfall and where exactly we should see heavier falls. Mostly along the escarpment possibly, and the Lowveld, where we should see some of the higher totals. The thunder showers over the interior will shift somewhat further towards the west, and these will be located more over the northwest province and the Free State. So the western half of the summer grain production should see some thunder showers during the afternoon. It will become quite hot over the western parts of the country, the western interior, and also down into the Swartland. So this will be also associated with an upper air high pressure system that will strengthen over these far western parts of the country, while the eastern parts will be relatively cool as a result of an influx of moisture and also larger cloud cover associated with the tropical system in the vicinity of Limpopo. Going forward, after Saturday, let's look at Sunday, for example. By this weekend, We see in the lighter areas on this map the region where we will have some tropical activity, and that will determine where we should see most of the rainfall, thunder showers over the northeastern parts of the country. Again, current forecast shows an intensification of a high pressure system over the western parts. That will result in hot conditions continuing over these western parts, and then the exact position of the low will determine where we will see rain over the northeastern parts of the country and how far west we could see some of that rain occurring. But at this stage, as we mentioned earlier, most of the rainfall will be occurring towards the east, and depending on the exact location of this tropical system or tropical systems over the northern to eastern areas, we could at times see that rainfall shifting somewhat further west. We will have a closer look at this system going forward, also in the Cumulus newsletter later this week. To summarize, with respect to average maximum temperatures from 5 to 11 January, we see, if we look at the summer grain production area, the cooler areas in the northeast will see temperatures around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius on average for maximum temperatures, and then it will be warmer progressively as we move further west, with the western parts of the region seeing maximum temperatures on average in the order of 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. So nowhere it seems like we will have extremely hot conditions. And in terms of what we can expect at times during, in some years during this time of the year, this will be warm, but it is not excessively hot over the summer grain production area. We see somewhat hotter conditions over the lower Orange River Valley in the far west. Let's look at the highest maximum temperatures expected from 5 to 11 January. We will see that some of those northeastern areas, Lowveld, Limpopo River Valley, and the northeastern parts of KwaZulu-Natal can see very high maximum temperatures exceeding 35 degrees Celsius, and that will occur mostly on Tuesday, Wednesday, and again Friday this week. If we look at the western areas, those high maximum temperatures exceeding 35 degrees Celsius will mostly occur also on Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, and then again during the weekend. So the weekend especially will be when we will see some of the higher maximum temperatures developing over these western parts of the country and exceeding 35 degrees Celsius in many of those areas. If one looks at the summer grain production area, one can see that the highest maximum temperatures in that region are not expected to exceed 35 degrees Celsius in any of those areas during the next few days. At this stage, there are some indications that the winds along the equator are not as strong easterly as it was earlier, so there are some indications that aspects of La Nina is weakening, and the expectation is that during the next few days or so, or next few weeks, the La Nina situation will weaken, as was expected earlier according to the seasonal forecast for La Nina. So just focusing on the rainfall in our region now, summarizing it according to the ensemble forecast, and this is until the 13th of January, and associated with those tropical systems towards the northeast, we see that most of the above average rainfall will occur over the northeastern parts of the subcontinent, and then also over parts of the Indian Ocean. So large-scale picture at this stage is becoming somewhat less positive for rainfall over the central interior, and we see that rainfall there should be average or maybe even below average in some areas, while the northeastern areas should see above average rainfall associated with the tropical activity, which has now shifted towards the eastern areas. Looking a bit further ahead towards the middle and later part of the month, around the 21st, we see that forecast models still indicate that most of the action will be in the far east, and also including in this Mozambique Channel area, and then to a larger degree parts of the western Indian Ocean. So with a picture like that, it means that the large-scale pattern is not necessarily very much positive for widespread above average rainfall over South Africa, and in general the central to western parts should be relatively dry, while the eastern areas could see average rainfall or maybe slightly above average rainfall towards the middle and later part of the month around the 21st. At this stage, therefore, it seems that to a large degree we may see somewhat dry conditions during the first half or first 2/3 of the month over much of the western half of the summer grain production area and western parts and central parts of the interior, while the northeastern areas and into the ocean should see above average rainfall. We will look a bit more closely at these longer term outlooks in the Cumulus newsletter later this week.
"2010 was described as the decade of disruption. Smartphones, wearables, technology built to last. So why don't we build everything that way? Luckily, there is a group of people that still believe in this way of thinking. For over 10 years, they've helped farmers build lasting futures with crop insurance that stands firm when it matters most. AgriSeker.
We are where you are.
An authorized FSP underwritten by Land Bank Insurance Company.